Hey guys, it's Zoom here. Today we're gonna be looking at something a little interesting. Um, most veteran players, have a system they use, or an organizational system they use for their inventory. It's not uncommon though to hear people be like, "What should I keep? What should I fuse? Should I expand my figure case?" So I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of what I like to do. I think it's very efficient, time wise, and also resource wise. And I'll show you. I'll go into a little bit more in depth to that shortly. But just a quick caveat, guys. If you like to save your coins, this system probably isn't for you. Just because it does require a lot of fusing, and fusing requires coins. But if you're open to a new system of inventoryizing, and just want to maybe expand your case, and you don't know what to keep, you don't know what to fuse, then you might find some helpful hints out of this video. But let's get started, guys. Okay, so the first thing I like to do in my system is to go ahead and sell any gold I have, any gold ignots I have. Let's see. All right, right now I only have two, but let's go ahead and sell those, get some gold coins out of that. All right, then I go to my fusion box, my fusion tab, and what I like to do, guys, is fuse any uncommons that I think either are, might be like rogue playable, or have an evolution that is playable. I always like to keep those around, and fuse them onto each other, just in case I ever need them. Like for example, like Frogadier. Where's my Frogadier? I don't really play Frogadier evolve into Greninja, but if it ever became, advantageous to do so, I would have a already chain leveled Frogadier. I know a lot of people like to fuse any commons and uncommons, and I think that's a very valid strategy. But you never know what you may need, so I think it's useful to just keep some around. So let's start off with the uncommons, guys. Let's see if I have any I can fuse onto each other. Poliwhirl's good. I'm not seeing any doubles right now, guys. So okay, Trampinch. I have a Trampinch, guys, and I honestly do not think I'll ever use it, but it does have a nifty ability, so you never know. It may be buffed sometime in the future, so I like to keep it just to cover my bases. Like I said, this part of the organization is definitely optional. It's if you don't think you'll ever use uncommons, like at all, besides the really popular ones like Shuppet and Vibrava, then by all means go ahead and fuse them onto a stronger Pokemon. I'm about to show you guys that right now in a minute. Okay, I got an uncommon cube, guys. Right now, I'm working on this Crawdaunt, just because I do think Crawdaunt's ability is interesting, and it is a water type, so that does fit into my team. I have a Manaphy water box deck, and which would give Crawdaunt plus 20 damage. But let's take a quick look into the ability real quick, guys. The surprise back. When attacked, you can move this Pokemon back 2 steps without waiting. It gains weight. Now, it's like a weaker shuttle flip from you and like Crobat. And I do not think it's the most readily like positive ability, but it is interesting. So that's one of the reasons I want to chain level my Crawdaunt. Okay, guys, but then moving on. What I like to do is usually I have an EX that I'm leveling up, and I like to fuse any commons and uncommons that I know I will never use, or don't need for chain levels onto it. Just keep going, keep leveling up my EXs. Right now I'm working on a Raikou. Raikou I'm not using in any of my current decks, but he was in my deck a couple months ago, and he was level 4, so I was like, he just got buffed. Why not just go ahead and level 5 him out in case I ever decide to run him, so he'll be ready to go. And like I said, guys, if you're all about saving your coins, that's a perfectly viable strategy as well. I personally like to keep my inventory relatively clutter free. I know a lot of people like to sell their excess figures into coins rather than experience, but I do believe the experience is a lot more useful than the coins when it comes to like fusing or selling commons slash uncommons. So let's go ahead and fuse some Pokemons onto my Raikou. Let's see if I have any. Yeah, I got a couple. All right, that should be good, guys. Fuse. All right, guys. Now let's move on to the rares, guys, real quick. My strategy with rares, guys, is I like to have three of them, if possible. Um, And the reasoning behind that is I've seen so many examples of people saying, "Oh, I wish I wouldn't have fused away X or Y figure because they buffed it, or it's going to be really useful in the gym." Usually doesn't happen too many times with rares. It's more EXs that it happens with, but there is the odd rare. People wish they hadn't fused. So what I like to do is just make sure I have three of each, and any excess I like to fuse onto a Pokemon, like the exact type of Pokemon. For example, where is it? Like my Steelixes, I have a Steelix that's chain level 3. That means I've had 9 other Steelixes, um, and besides my 3 copies. So there's no reason to have 9 Steelixes hanging around your inventory. So I just like to fuse them onto each other just in case they ever get reworked or buffed like Steelix just did. I think Steelix is an interesting Pokemon now. I think he has definitely some potential. Obviously he's not going to be, really mobile attacker, but he does have some decent applications that I've been mulling around with. We'll see how that develops though. All right, so I just like to make sure that I don't have any Pokemon like 4 copies. Let me see if I have any that I can fuse onto itself. I think I should be good right now. Uh, just making sure. Yeah, okay, I should be good on EXs, guys. One tip I do like to do with, I'm sorry, rares. One thing I do like to do, guys, though, with EXs is I don't like to fuse them unless, they were recently buffed and I know that, I just have too many of them. For example, Delphox. Where's my Delphox? Where are you at, Delphox? Okay, Delphox. I had 3 of them, and they got buffed, and it's just it's one of those triggers that I don't see myself ever using. So I went ahead and fused one into uh, his. Let's see, what did I fuse it into? I fused one of it into Fire Blast, making it a 71. I did use Delphox for a while during the Fire Gym, I think a couple months ago. It has a nice, interesting ability, and I think Hyperspace Hole is the attack that's also interesting. No, Flame Kinesis. That was interesting, but like I said, I'm never gonna use it for league play, so I didn't see the danger in fusing one into itself, especially since it had just gotten buffed. Like for example, like these more Magmortars. There's no need to have 4 Magmortars, so I fused one into itself. And Magmortar, I do see as one of the Pokemon that might be buffed in the near future. So that'd be exciting, guys. All right, so then we clear some space, guys, and we go to the messages. We get any extras that we can keep working on. Getting all items. Don't you want to try not to expand too much, unless you need to, because it does cost 10 gems every time you do it. And the object here is to save up as many gems as you can until you need to spend them. So let's get rid of the gold, guys. That's always my first step. Let's go to fusion. Let's go fuse any uncommons, guys, that we may need to. I missed Audino during my first check back last time, so let's go ahead and fuse him. The reason I keep Audino is just for the ability. I've never actually really played it competitively, but it's an interesting ability. I may need it at some point in the future, so it's not a bad Pokemon to hold on to. How to level him up. Let's see, any other uncommons that I can get rid of. Another Trampinch, typical. Let's see. No uncommon cubes this time, but I did notice I had a common cube, so let's get that out of the way. I'm chain leveling my Magikarps. The reason I think I've explained this before, but the reason I like chain leveling Magikarps is once 30 is a very common number, especially with Mew running around, and you usually see chain leveled at least one to the Mews. They're hypersonic, and believe it or not, guys, I've gotten a couple kills where I have Manaphy and then Magikarp, and Magikarp attacks Manaphy, where they attack my Magikarp, and I land on my 11 to their 30, and I knock them out. So that's really funny sometimes, guys. I don't know why it does the thing where you can't keep scrolling. It's really annoying sometimes. But we got rid of our uncommon chain levelers. Let's go back to our Raikou, who we are trying to level up currently. Where's he at? Let's get rid of any uncommons that I do not see myself using. Not too many. Let's get rid of that uncommon rare metal. And slowly but surely we'll get Raikou to level 5. So that's the major gist of this, guys. It's a system I like to use. It's been really good for me. There's been times when I've had upwards of 800,000 coins. But usually I'm on an average of 250 to 350 coins, guys. I don't always. I never usually run out of coins. I could be more aggressive with my fusing, but like I said, guys, I like to make sure that I have a lot of my bases covered. One final thing, guys. Really, really quick shout out to Jake from Reddit. Really, really friendly Reddit poster who offered his services to draw me up some thumbnails for my channel, and I will be updating my prior videos with those thumbnails. So there's gonna be I'm gonna have a link in the description, showing a lot of Jake's guides and write-ups. He does that on the Reddit Pokemon Duel. Really interesting, really useful, helpful write-ups, guys. So be sure to check him out. But other than that, guys, just want to do a quick video. You know what? Let's go ahead and get these daily missions out of the way. See what we get. Let's see. Hopefully, get some gems or some. I got some coins. And some AI tickets. Alright, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I'll hopefully have another video up either today or tomorrow. But thanks for checking out my channel, guys. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all those good stuff, guys. Have a great day. See y'all later.